Hey Libra, what's up? How you doing? It's me, Archer, and it is time to do your week ahead check-in, see what's going on in your love life and your life and all the above. That even though I'm pulling on the current energies while we're doing this live right now, whenever this reading made its way into your algorithm and you clicked on it and decided to come and hang out with us for a little bit, is divinely perfect timing as always. They are timeless messages meant to find you when you need them. All right? And thanks for being here too. Like, share, comment, subscribe, be a part of the fam. We are still working to get up to 70,000 subscribers, coming up on the 7th, 27, whatever it is. But whenever we get there, it's awesome sauce. Just thanks for being a part of the fam. And I totally get it if you don't want to subscribe till after the reading, just to see if I'm any good if you're new here. But hi, thanks for stopping by. All right. Whatever messages come through for you, I'm going to convey them across, whether good, bad, or indifferent, because when you're with me, you're ultimately and definitely protected. All right. I'm your ride and die. I got your back, and I'm your crystals. So let's tap in and let's tune in and see what we've got for Libra. God, tap me in, tune me into Libra energy, please and thank you. Because when I sat down to like meditate to get your title and the title card, the first message I heard was Archer. I heard, let Libra know they're lying online. I'm like, really? Archer's not one of their social media posts is legit. Okay, so let's see where that goes. What do we have for Libra? Let's give it up for the cardinal air sign. Let's do it to it. Give me 2 shuffles for Libra, please, and thank you. Here we go. 1 and 2. Let's love this, that deck for the lovable, lovely Libras. Case dismissed. Here we go. Literally, oh my gosh, that is the first time my little thing for Libra fits because the overall energy is the World's card. This is telling me that at the time of that you find this reading, the week ahead is when you've come to a completion point, close out a cycle. That's the last card in the tarot deck. This lets me know that in your past cycle, you've learned all your lessons and you're ready to begin again. It would be so cool if this is the Fool card. Anyways, let's find out. Okay, current conditions. What do we got at Libra? It's not the Fool card, but it's the 6 of Swords. Tells me you're starting to see things in a more optimistic perspective and that things are getting ready to start moving forward for you coming up here this week. 9 of Pentacles into the Tower. Now, I've got, you know what it is off of this one? It's kind of like the vibes that you're getting tired of waiting for that more optimistic relationship to take off, something that's more authentic. Like you've dealt with a lot of phonies in that over the years, Aquarius and Sagittarius energy, Virgo, Scorpio, and Aries, that you're not even worried about finding balance at this point, but just continuing. It's like I got to get through the turbulence I'm experiencing right now before I can even go forward. All right. This Tower card, when something like the Tower card shows up, they can be good or bad. On the 9 of Pentacles, it's just telling me your Tower moment is the single life, that you're ready to go forward. All right. Either you're willing to give your past person, for those of you dealing with a past person, you're willing to give them the time to work on things. However, you're ready to go, you know, and if it's going in the new direction or you're single, it's like, Archer, I've been trying. There's just like nothing out there. And it's making you feel like you're stuck in a Tower card banging your head against the wall, right? You're at the point now where it's just like, let me just make it through this and then we'll see where it goes, right? Trying to take things one day at a time and stay as optimistic as possible. Some of you guys might even have some strong Aquarius in your chart too, possibly Sag, Virgo, Scorpio, or Aries, okay? Could be dealing with one too, it's a thing. All right, hey Melissa, what up Ralph? Hi Sarah Angel. Thanks for coming by, guys. What's up, Punky? I love when Punky shows up because then I think of Punky Brewster. Stormy, how you doing? Hey, Mac, what up? Kitty Castle, what's up? All right, now, let's start in the love department, beginning with the past person, okay? Because you are allowed to miss and love whomever you want, however long you want. My title here is just Tarot Reader, not Tarot Tell You What to Do, or none of us should tell you all what to do because you got free will too. I got the Queen of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles into the Queen of Pentacles. A pair of queens come out of here. Somebody might be either work for a casino or gambling. But Taurus is here on the 7 of Pentacles too. And you or them could be born on the 13th or the 7th for sure. Repeating 3s and 1s seem to be following this person. So they gave you just enough to try to keep you on the hook. Like every time that you would try to like walk away, give an ultimatum, make a demand, you know. But the big point on it is that they never wanted to progress forward on this one and left you feeling stuck. Right? And it feels like that the people around them, like, here's the thing. They didn't realize what they were doing to you because it's like it feels like the people around them, like they're surrounded by yes men or yes women or toxic friends or something. So basically people who would just put up with their toxic behavior. So they never even realized they were doing this stuff to you. Queen of Pentacles, though, shows somebody that's gone through an awakening and is maturing or balancing or leveling up. Not so much about the money in this side of things as just getting their head together. You know, it's like someone that wants to make a head and a heart decision kind of equally. Okay. Capricorn energy could be another Libra for some of you guys. Name Abigail might even resonate to you because this is Abigail the Peacemaker. Okay. The thing on the Seven of Pentacles is I think that some of their social media posts are trying to bait you or get you to react. So I'm going to see what's up with that because that's unique. All right, we'll see where it goes. Now, let's get into the new person energy. This can either be somebody you're involved with or you're single and you wonder what's coming your way. We've got the Seven of Wands. Wow, a lot of repeating sevens. That's a bit of an energetical jackpot. Even ties into the casino or the gambling energy. Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man onto the Seven of Cups. Libra, this is going to turn into a good reading. 3 sevens, that's an energetical jackpot. And some of you guys that have been getting into binaural beats or sound machines for when you go to sleep in that, you might want to check out 777 hertz, especially if it is an ASMR binaural beats. Actually, somebody here might even be considering starting a channel that focuses on that or healing of some kind. Some kind of public platform. Might only be 7% of you guys, but I feel the energy there. I just want to bring it up. Now, this person has worked to manifest you into their life. Okay, could be dealing with a Pisces, could be a Leo, possibly even the Scorpio energy is very strong on this one. Some of you guys could even be a Libra, Scorpio cusper possibly. The thing on this is with this Hanged Man is that they're not taking action on something when there's a blessing right under their nose. So no wonder you could feel like, oh man, this person's no different than my ex or no different than my past people. Why do I keep finding people like this? That you want to take things forward. Some of you guys work together. But you want to try to take things forward, and they're still trying to see things from their way or their perspective. And it's even like that they're trying to keep things under wraps, or one of you guys are, like keeping their private life private and their public life public. Maybe it is like a work relation or in that you run in the same friend circles. And so they don't let a lot of people in this deep into the layers. But then also the silence is what makes you think that they got other options going on. All right. But it also tells me they're kind of going through some form of a level up with the Scorpio energy on this, that they're beating the temptation of, I'm being told it's like falling into a comfort zone or giving up some independence type of a vibe. Hey, Danielle, what's up? So I'm going to see what's up with that too. Okay. Strong Scorpio energy on this reading, big time. But then you got Virgo and Sag is here, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, could be another Libra, Capricorn is here, and Leo. And you could be born on the 8th, the 9th, the 16th, the 6th is here, 7th, the 13th, the 31st, maybe even the 5th, and the 12th or 21st is here too. I'm going to use this deck again. I used this one yesterday and I dug the vibes off it. So let's keep going. And let's start with your vibes and see where we go. All right, what's up with the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Tower? Let me clarifiers into Libra's energy, please, and thank you. The King of Cups. Yeah, you have done your work. The King of Cups is the card, the cup gets turned inward on themselves. The Queen of Cups wears their heart on their sleeve, right? And confirmation. Some of you guys maybe doubt that you haven't passed a cycle or passed a test because of something not progressing. And so you're at the point where it's like, it hurts when you've been through so much that has almost numbed you to caring, right? You've waited so long for this World card to come up from all the, you've turned, you've looked inward, you've leveled up, you stopped being negative, you've tried to practice everything you can. Page of Cups shows you're ready for love on the 9 of Wands after having done a lot of work to heal. It's kind of like, you just want someone that's much more authentic in life than what you put up with before, and you're just on such a different wavelength than the people around you. That's what's leaving you wondering if things are going to ever smooth out for you because you're ready on the World card to the 8 of Wands to move forward. The thing on it is that you really would like this person to come with you, right? And you've given them a lot of time. And you're not taking control, saying that they need to figure it out now type of a vibe. Even though you give an ultimatum, you're awoke to it, but it's just that you're ready. And it leaves you doubting sometimes that, like, well, maybe if you're not ready, then that's okay. You go ahead and do what you got to do. And I'm going to keep doing what I got to do. And because you're healed, you're looking for the light. You're searching for that answer that you've been wanting to find for a while. If you've been starting to feel a little Nine of Wands lately, especially at the time of recording this here live, the Schumann resonance has had some red peaks on it, okay, within the past 24 hours. And judging from historical records on the Schumann scale, the vibration of Earth's heartbeat and how it affects us here, oftentimes when there's large red bursts like that, especially when they're followed with white bursts, it's going to be a bit of emotion that comes in. You might even see something online that is like posted to set you off and make you feel depressed or anxious. And it's that energy that when you get through that resonance of the scale that's happening, especially with Mercury going retrograde right now, you know, it's at the point that you get the results back from the test that you passed already. And that gets you to the point that even with Uranus and Gemini, I do see with you being an air sign that all of that influence, okay, Aquarius and Gemini energy, it's going to clear the fogginess in the mind to help some of the depression and anxiety feelings subside. Okay, you know, the butterfly feeling in your stomach that you've been having. I don't know why, but on this Nine of Wands, I'm feeling the energy as a sign or a connection to the reading about somebody in your family that has had a stroke recently and being told to tell you that they will come through and recover on it. It's a long road, but they can make it through. And there is somebody here that actually is using crutches to walk, just like on this Nine of Wands card, okay? But you do have some Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, Libra vibes, Virgo, and Scorpio, again, with Aries. But I'm really drawn to this because it's kind of like for as long as you've been waiting for all these changes and all these signs to show up, it's almost got you to a point that your dreams you feel like might be taunting you, or some of you guys haven't even been having dreams lately because you haven't been making it to REM sleep. I really feel like that your intuition, your connection to Earth as well is strengthening. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, depending on where that falls into your chart, is it's the fact that you're starting to connect to the vibrations of the Earth better and receive clearer communications coming in, so that like the stuff you're dreaming and thinking about so much during retrograde is like almost a bit of a review to confirm if you want any of those to come with you, whether it's friends, family, you know, your special person. It's almost as if, like, you know, when you click to like delete a file, close a chapter, right? And you get asked, are you sure? Do you want to do this? It's like this retrograde for you as the cardinal air sign is allowing you the minute to reflect back and be like, am I sure? Have I made all the right choices? Is every T crossed and every I dotted? So that'll lead to a little bit of overthinking right now, but it will clarify itself going forward into the week ahead. Okay. So the neat thing is going into it, you're going to come out of like, you know, it's been a really confusing year so far for you, where it's like just trying to find a straight answer or get a direct answer from anyone or anything seems to be like it just leads to more questions than answers. It's that you're going to get out of that era the way you're feeling and come into an era that's like more comfortable. Okay. The future ahead is like what you wish to make for it, with 2 world cards for confirmation and the Lovers to confirm that. Okay. All right, so let's see what's up down here with this past person. All right, and thanks for being here, y'all. Hope you guys are having a good day and things are going good. Let's see. Definitely consider subscribing and being a part of the fam. I do go live with an all signs every week, plus live individual collective readings. And there's going to be a little bit, we're going to do a cards and coffee tomorrow morning too. All right, I got a little backed up this morning, but so we decided to do it tomorrow morning. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, let's see what's up. Past person energy, Taurus, Libra, and Capricorn. Some of you guys worked with this person, but there's also an interest with this person too. All right. For a few of you, the past person and the new person know each other because they run in same circles too. All right. Queen of Cups, the 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords. Oh, wow. This is a fast awakening. Even though for some of you guys, this has been 5 days, weeks, 5 months, 5 years or something. 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands, into the 3 of Swords. See, they got to come to the end of the makeup breakup cycle. That's why this never got off the ground or went anywhere, because of all those yes people in their sites. that all of a sudden now on this Three of Swords, they're finding out as those people start to grow up and move on, that they're almost in a way of thinking like, whoa, wait a second. Why did you guys all tell me it was that I needed to end things with Libra and I needed to do all these changes in my life? And then you guys all went and quit work, or the band broke up or whatever, or, you know, and like, your person's like more of a third wheel trying to wonder what happened in their life. They're like, I was on top of the world one minute. I was the king of the mountain. And then all of a sudden a couple fireworks go off and I'm in the Three of Swords vibes where people have all of a sudden just disappeared and left. Could have been an age difference for some of you guys too. But they really got some issues that they couldn't snap out of because it's all they've ever known. Maybe they were in a family where like their parents were kind of absentee or absent-minded, or like, you know, a latchkey kid, or the TV was their babysitter growing up, and they kind of had to learn their way on their own. But yet they still, in their mind, they want to try this again with you on those Queen of Wands, because that's my Violet Jessup card. Some of you guys might have already been married to this person, or this is, I don't know, a memory of some kind, because I'm seeing a wedding cake topper that's like in a freezer. So maybe for some of you guys, you were actually full-on married or still are to this person. Now, because of how their parents acted, it then spawned up as they grew up that they found people in their life, relationships, friends, and that they filled their circle with those 5 closest people to them that were very similar to the vibes off of this, you know? So the thing is, it's that, yeah, they really didn't realize they were doing you wrong because everybody around them told them they were doing fine. They've got so much toxic energy around them since they were a kid that it grew into a toxic energy here. But now the Queen of Cups to the Five of Wands shows they're struggling with apologizing. So as they have had this time to themselves, as long as it has been, because of their straight up stubbornness, they have had that time to realize that like nobody really digs them or likes them or puts up with them the way that you did, you know? So they never learned how to love properly. Five of Wands. They had to be literally trained to learn how to love. And this was one of the things that got in their way. They're like, oh, well, dad never committed to mom. Dad walked out on mom and that. So, I mean, I thought that was how this was supposed to work. I mean, I never knew we could do dishes together as a couple or something. I thought you were supposed to throw the dishes at each other while you were calling each other really bad names, right? Something about a Ring doorbell camera might even resonate, or some of you guys caught them on camera in the act of doing something kind of Three of Swords-ish that wound up leading to the Ten of Swords, the derailment of this relationship. The thing on this is they still had a lot of work to do, and you were the catalyst to like go through what you did in order to get them to own up to what they still had to do. And this allowed them the time to go back and reflect on what they were doing in that Three of Swords and how it was affecting you. The thing on it is that whatever it was getting in the way, they've been forced to walk away from it, which put them into doing their own shadow work. I got a feeling like you're going to be pretty shocked when you hear from them with the Ace of Swords, because remember, the Ace of Swords in my decks, that there is the hey text that comes in, where they are going to do something to try to get your attention and see if you're even open to talking, or if you ignore them, if they're blocked. They're trying to find this out, okay? And for those of you that this person currently has you blocked, I'm being told in the week ahead, if not already, they unblock you because they're getting ready to ask for some forgiveness with that Queen of Cups, Cancer energy, which Cancer on the Queen of Cups, if you look into the traditional Rider-Waite, it does show energies of asking for forgiveness and apologies, okay? Something more genuine. You know what it is? It's like they're couch crashing with somebody, or they're somebody at work or something, that they're getting to observe how a real couple operates. And at first they were upset about it because they're like, hey, you want to hang out later or hang out over the weekend? Nope, I can't. I got plans with my significant other. And they're like, whoa, what's up with that? And then so now they're snooping onto them too. You know how they snoop into everybody's life anyways, you know? That's telling me on this that they're observing that, which is like, oh, I should have treated Libra that way. So see, they're finalizing learning some lessons. They're just a little bit behind you in the lessons, right? Now, on the Three of Swords, what I'm seeing to this one here is for those of you that they did, for 3 to 6% of you, that they decided to go back to an ex or back to a marriage or a relationship and chose someone else over you. It was almost a form of an instant regret because they failed that test. So no wonder, like, you'll be shocked when you hear from them, because they'll have changed. They've gone through this timeline jump just like you did, but you were aware of it. They had no clue what was going on. So it's kind of like a doppelganger vibe on the Three of Wands, that they actually do talk different or act differently. You know what I mean? But this person is still in your future. You guys just had to be kept apart so that they could realize that they were the toxic issue. When they start seeing all their toxic friends walk away from them and that their stuff doesn't work anymore, that's where they come back on this Three of Swords into the Queen of Wands in your direction. Okay? Which, seeing these two together tells me that they might possibly, it might be an attempt to be like, hey, I've left my stuff at your house, or hey, you need to come and get your stuff. But it's some kind of a connection that allows you two to have to meet up and talk. Okay? Now, the thing on it is, wow. So they're lying on their digital posts. Their social media stuff is all attention-seeking behavior, because either you still got them blocked or something like that effect, that they've got to be doing it this way to try to get your attention. The thing on this is, though, is that they want to tell you the truth. They're not lying this time. They're using an old tactic to get your attention, but yet to you, they're going to tell you the truth. That's something nice for something different. So you know what it is? I'm not going to rainbow unicorn tarot it and put something really magic to it, because you're an air sign. I'm going to just give it to you straight. Uranus and Gemini. That energy of Uranus entering into the third house cleared the fog in their head, and it allowed them to kind of see things in a different perspective in order. It's just, there's no way to sugarcoat it. They had to lose you to love you. I know it's an old overused hyperbole, but they were taking too much advantage of you, and God was like, nope, not happening. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Hey, Jasmine, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Here's the thing. It would have continued. You know, that's the thing. And so they had to go their own way and hit this Ten of Swords moment, because they had to put this stuff to rest here. This fire in their belly, the angers, the intensities, that was the stuff that they had put you through so much, right? They literally had to go through just as much too. So the thing on this is, if you haven't heard from them yet, yeah, see, 5% of you guys are already the first dominoes that have fallen, and we're already heading towards the union. And you're just like, should I trust this? They reached out, and I thought I was going in a different direction. I'd already given up and disconnected, but now I got this Ace of Swords. I got this hey text, Archer, and I don't know if it's safe to proceed or not. It is 100% safe to proceed, okay? They have done the work to level up. You know their tells. You know when they're lying, and notice how that hasn't happened this time. Queen of Wands. My girl Violet Jessup from the Titanic showed up again. She's the Queen of Wands in the Titanic tarot. And that girl survived all three of those ships. She got on the first ship, the Olympic, and survived it. The Titanic survived it. She didn't give up. She came back and got on the Britannic. Your person's not giving up yet. They had to be treated as bad as they treated you in order to take time to come back. Now, the thing on this is, there is a little bit of stubbornness that still exists, because they're still going through that test, in that they're going to stay in that guilt for a minute, okay, before they finally pop like a teapot and reach out. Because for those of you that you haven't heard from them yet, they're still trying to like find a way to dance around the elephant in the room to see if, like, well, maybe we can just sweep it under the rug. But you're not for that one, okay? That's why they haven't reached out yet, but they will. For those of you that haven't reached out yet, Ten of Swords, they have to realize there's no way around this. If you want to work things out with Libra after everything that you did, the only way is a straight up apology. All right. That's when they pass the test and they finally catch up to you. Okay. All right. Can we deal with another air sign? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is here. Strong Cancer and Scorpio. There's Taurus. There is Capricorn. Sagittarius and Leo are here. Aries energy. You've also got some. You know what? There is Virgo energy here, but it's trying to like hide itself or disguise itself. Okay. Or some of you, like for some of you, somebody didn't know their exact date of birth or something, but there is Virgo energy hidden down beneath the energies here. And you could be born on the 10th or the 20th. The 30th is here. We've got the 3rd, the 15th, the 25th, the 1st, the 11th, the 20th, the 21st, 22nd popped in again with the 25th. Yeah, a couple repeating 2s and 5s show up. I think that's letting you know that you guys are there. It's like they're starting to catch up. It's that close to happening. All right, I dig it. Okay, now for those of you that have learned your lessons on this and chose to free will close this cycle out, what's up with this, and why doesn't it seem like it's the reward that with 2 world cards you should have? 7 of Wands, Leo, Pisces, and Scorpio vibes with the 4 of Swords. Because this person travels for work a lot or travels for what family and that. They've always got other stuff going on. That's why you kind of feared this on the 4 of Wands, because you thought you were going for your soulmate, and yet it's not going any further than it did with your twin flame. We did have twin flame energy. It came out in your all signs earlier this week. Might be worth a look-see. With the Page of Swords too, if you do want to book a personal private reading with me, Libra, the link to my booking site is down below in the pinned comment. You can also get to it. It's right at the top of the link tree. You don't have to email me anymore if you want a Zoom one-on-one reading or a traditional private YouTube video reading. All you got to do now is click the link that's at the top of the link tree. You can use this QR code or the links in the bio, and it's in the pinned comment down below. That'll let you pick your date, time, whether you want a Zoom reading with me or a private YouTube video reading, make your payment, and then everything's automated. You don't have to wait for me to reply anymore, okay? So if you do want a reading, just follow the pinned comment, QR code, or the links in the bio. That'll take you to all the videos, the music, the pick of cards, interviews, everything. All the safe to click links are in the link tree, okay? And whatever you pick, if you do choose to hit a personal with me, I look forward to helping in any way possible. Thanks for letting me shout myself out too, Libra. If you're like, that's okay, Archer, I've waited long enough for this anyways. What's another couple 30 seconds then? Right? Here's the thing on this one, is that they want to keep things under wraps so much because they're not used to communication. You guys had totally different upbringings. That's the thing, okay? Like, you were raised in a more optimistic perspective, and you overcame the stuff in your childhood that was pessimistic and not for you because you've done all that work. You guys were just raised differently. The way this person is acting is the way this person's thinking that it goes, okay? It's like you were raised in a family that opened up more, they weren't. Something like that, okay? So it's a test and perceived value coming out. Star card, Aquarius energy, right? Because it's that you guys just have had such different experiences growing up and through your relationships that it's created more of a difference in perception on how relationships work, right? That's why you guys have been feeling the way you've been feeling, that you're like, okay, it's like the twin flame vibes are happening again, right? Because it's such a similar startup to how it was from the past. But what I'm seeing off of this is you guys are already a thing, okay? Since I can give it to you straight with this here, you're wanting them to make their move or make a call, right? Maybe even give the ultimatum for some of them that, like, hey, time's ticking out on this, right? 1 or 2 dates, and then they ghost and it gets quiet or it never opens. The thing on this with the star card to the 4 of Wands is telling me that you guys are already happening, but in full honesty, this takes off in a rocky start. It's a little rough to get going at first and then starts heading in the right direction. So it's already happening. This person gets nervous about titles, right? Because they don't know you well enough yet. So you're wanting them to make the move and make the call, but they're like, this is like, could be a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo, because they're like, I'm already talking to Libra. That means we're a thing, right? And I'm like, it does, but it doesn't, because Libra's unsure of what's going on. See, they know, but they're not communicating it across to you, or they communicate differently. Some of you guys might live in different countries, or there's a language barrier or something on this one, because the thing is that, like, they keep promising whatever or whoever is getting in the way that they'll get rid of them. Maybe they're still dealing with their twin flame or coming out of a relationship. And it's like, well, they haven't done it yet. When are they going to finish this up, right? You keep checking them out. They keep checking you out. And it's like, well, if you know what you want, why aren't we doing it yet? 4 of Swords. The thing on this is that if it were to happen right now, whatever that energy is that they're still cutting out, it would still get in the way. I really feel like for some of y'all, it's like a controlling parent or something on their side, or family or friends. Maybe they just listen to the peanut gallery too much. But they're used to just being quiet and just doing them. Yeah, the 8 of Wands. See, like for some of you guys, they have to move or move out of their home or something. And that's the point in the 5 of Swords. But I feel like for some of you guys, because you know the 5 of Swords represents the 5 stages of grief, I really think that it's still just some of the extra energies of the depression from whatever they had to end or break up. Somebody here might work in real estate possibly, all right? But yeah, something about the house move has resulted in this. Like, I see them moving in or working your way. They're either couch crashing, or the living situation they have is not exactly what they like right now. And that's why they're so Five of Swords. And then you're like, well, they're not showing me any love or attention. Well, it's actually because at the moment they're depressed. They hate their living situation. So they're like, I don't got any oomph in me to keep perking me up. So it's really hard to perk Libra up too, but I really like Libra. And it's just like, what's the use? Five of Swords, you know? But I do see here that they're setting up something to self-sabotage, but it's for the best reason, okay? The silence between you guys is creating a tension as well. It's the vibes of I see them getting into a situation where God's going to put something in there, magician card energy, during the retrograde that causes them to move and come your way. It's one of those vibes where it's like, hey, I got kicked out, or my landlord said they're selling the property. My parents threw, but I can't stand couch crashing at my parents or my best friend's house, something like that. And they got asked to come in with you. All right. Some of you guys, they might even like sell their home or something. But I do see you guys moving and relocating to like be together with that magician card in the Four of Wands. This is the rewards for what you've done. It's not so much on you right now, Libra. It's the fact that it's like, think of it as like they weren't fully quite ready yet and they're still adjusting to come out of this Five of Swords mode. But we always make it through the Five Swords. It represents the 5 stages of grief in order to be able to move forward. All right. The risk is worth the investment on this one. The silence is creating that tension to spark a conversation so you can get some perception about what's going on between you guys. I do see them taking the first move on this one to be like, hey, Libra, you aren't as fun loving as you used to be, or something like that. What's wrong? You know, I can tell something's wrong. That type of an energy is what I'm pulling off of it. That allows you, instead of just being like, I'm fine, to be like, well, actually, this is what I'd like to talk about. And it opens that door of communication so that you can, in a way, kind of Page of Swords, teach them how to communicate with you, because the way they're doing it now, that's what their exes did to them. You are literally seeing the results of what a narcissistic female or a narcissistic male does to people, straight up. And you do have the ability, though. They are being nurtured back to health so they can open up on this one, okay? Things are already, with this magician card during Mercury retrograde, starting to get put into place to get things on the right track for you too. All right? So I like this. Four of Wands, even me sitting back here looking at this, you guys are already a thing. It's just all that awkwardness as they learn to open their heart back up again. And they're going to learn to speak Scorpio really, really well. And they can speak Libra really well. And for some reason, Aries and Capricorn too, with that Queen of Pentacles on the Ace of Wands. Once they do open up, this is going to take off really fast because Libra, this person secretly, privately, strong Scorpio vibes where they're hiding how much they really like you. This could be a Scorpio, have strong Scorpio in their chart, because underneath the surface energy, you kind of knew it, but they totally want to bang your gavel. Right? As I said, case dismissed. Four of Wands on the Ace of Wands. It don't get any better than that. I love it for you. You then could be born on the 1st or the 4th. 14th is here. A lot of repeating 1s and 4s. The 7th, the 27th, 28th. We've got the 11th comes out over here, the 18th, and the 5th, the 25th, the 4th. And the 4th is showing up. 12th, 21st are here too. Okay? I love that for you. And I would call the signs out, but I mean, you've got them all here. Aries all the way down to Pisces on this side. All right? So this here in that 7 of Cups, this could be a little bit of some multiple options that come through. Interesting. I love it for you, Libra. Claim this thing down in the comments. We got to manifest it and make this happen for you. And if you do want to keep your private life private, just pop an emoji. All right? That way, God knows what you're thinking when you put the emoji. You still leave a comment. It helps the channel and the algorithm out. And I get to interact and help you manifest along with all 70,000 of us. And consider subscribing and being a part of the family here. It doesn't cost a thing. Helps us out. And you can get notified by setting the ball to all notifications. All right? So there's plenty of room on the table here. Make it crowded. And don't forget, share the TikTok, share the channel and the video with that one person you want to see happy, healthy, and healed. All right? Let's just heal them all. Hey, Tess. Night Drive. What up, guys? Okay, guys, I'll see you in a little bit for Scorpio, but otherwise, I'll see you next time, Libra. I love you. Peace and love.